Welcome to You All Right, Hun, the official TOWIE podcast.
I don't regret it. I'm glad I've done it and I'll do it again.
I don't think he was wrong.
No, yeah.
It was the delivery.
1000%.
This is the show where glam, laughs, gossip and a cheeky bit of debate come together like your group chat after a night out in good old Brentwood. We're available on Spotify, Apple and wherever you get your podcasts. So come on, subscribe now.
It was only going to go one way and that was it kicking off, and it did definitely do that.
I'm Denise Van Outen and on today's show I'm joined by the gorgeous Dani Imbert and Love Island star and super TOWIE fan, Shaughna Phillips.
Hi guys.
Hi ladies. Now on today's show we're getting the exclusive lowdown on Dani's love life.
We're in contact, we're talking,
Okay.
but I haven't seen him in 4 weeks, so I can't really say we're back on.
Plus these two go head to head over some seriously juicy dilemmas.
You'll never regret the boys you slept with, you'll regret the ones you didn't sleep with.
No, but it's true.
From whether you should always trust your best mate to picking sides in the ultimate showdown. Team Beckham or Team Brooklyn.
If there's one person my heart doesn't bleed for, it's Brookie B.
Brookie B.
So come on, grab your glass of Prosecco, get your picky bits ready, and please don't forget the fake tan, because it's time to delve into the world according to TOWIE. Dani, you all right, hun?
I'm good, hon. You okay?
Hey, I'm good, hun. I'm all right, hun. I want to know about the gossip in Essex since you got back from Vietnam, because so much has happened.
Yeah, I mean, Vietnam, there was loads of drama there, and I thought that it was going to maybe calm down going back to Essex, but I feel like it just got worse. Like, there was a lot of stuff exchanged between Elma, Saffron, that drama continued, yeah, and it just got worse.
Yeah, it does feel like it's ramped up a bit since everybody got back.
It has.
Why do you think that is?
Do you know what? Because I think, because a lot of people wasn't in Vietnam, i.e. Saffron, there was a lot she wanted to get off her chest by the time we come back to Essex, so I feel like it just didn't calm down. It genuinely was getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, and also Amy and the Harry situation.
Amy and Harry kicked off and they were cousins. Like, everything just escalated.
Drama-rama.
Yeah.
Right, are you still a cougar? That's what I want to know.
Do you know what? I was a cougar, then I wasn't a cougar. Now I'm back to being a cougar again.
Oh, so
it's
cougar
complicated.
status is like up there.
Yeah, I'm quite enjoying it actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would, but I've like kind of warmed to the idea of it.
How are things with you and Jonnie?
We're fine at the minute, but you never know how that could be next week. I mean, it keeps changing.
What's the reason for that, do you think? Is it to do with the age difference?
No, do you know what? Initially, yes, the age was
He's probably
bothering
got
me.
his GCSEs coming up though. Like, he's got a lot on his mind.
He's got
He's got a lot in mind.
He's got a lot of stress. Well, no, I think the stress was causing us to like argue a bit. So then we was like, took a break. Then we start speaking again. But it's hard because we do get along really well. So naturally we end up gravitating back towards each other. But
What do you like about him?
he's funny.
What's his good qualities?
And he's caring.
Yeah.
I really like his caring side. So I think that just makes me like speak to him again.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to filming around him, I feel like naturally we're going to always end up gravitating towards each other. But he's a lovely boy.
Yeah, and so it's officially on at the moment, yeah?
I don't even know. I can't even answer that.
Well, what was how was it all left the last time you saw him?
Just a phone call. I haven't seen him in 4 weeks.
Oh, you haven't?
Yeah.
So do you?
So
how
it's
often-
quite messy.
Yeah, that sounds like, it sounds
Yeah.
like there's a bit of a gap there in sort of the relationship.
Yeah, I'm very
A
confused.
month? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you said you're confused. Well,
It's just very confusing. Like, I don't know, like we were just on and off speaking, like a lot of clashing, and then we'd be good again.
where's the confusion coming from? Is it your side or his side? Is it like you can't decide whether you want to be together or not?
Yeah, a bit of that.
Oh, and how do you feel?
Well, do you know what it is? I'm not really believe it or not, I'm not really an arguer. And I just feel like there was a lot of arguing going on something that was like such a fresh situation. So I feel like that kind of put me off. I don't want to argue, you know, like especially if I've only known you for like 2 months. I don't want to be rowing with someone. So
Quite
that kind
early
of,
to be arguing as well, isn't it? Yeah.
So that kind of put me off. But then I speak to him and I'm like, oh, but you're lovely. So then we start speaking again. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
Is he a good kisser?
Yeah,
Because you had quite a few kisses, didn't you, when you went to Vietnam?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah, it was up there. It was up there. Maybe a 9.
Oh, that's good. Good
He'll
old
be
Jonnie
happy I've
boy.
said that.
Right, so let's clear this up. Where are you at now with Jonnie? Are you on or are you off?
I think we're off, but that's only for now. Like, we're back in contact a little bit. We haven't seen each other. And, like, we've had conversations. We know we miss each other, but we're not sure where it's going to go. So I feel like there's a lot of conversations to be had. That's the exclusive. We're in contact again, and we wasn't. So that's a step in the right direction.
So you're talking?
We're in contact, we're talking.
Okay.
But I haven't seen him in 4 weeks, so I can't really say we're back on.
So like, what would you do if an 18-year-old girl messaged you and was like, that's my boyfriend? And like,
I'd be gone.
yeah, I'd be like,
I'm
oh,
not competing
darling.
with an 18-year-old.
Darling, yeah.
No way. I've got 10 years on. 10 years.
Jesus
oh my
Christ.
God. This is terrible. I can't.
Have you got any advice then for Dani?
You'll never regret the boys you slept with. You'll regret the ones you didn't sleep with.
No, but it's true.
You'll be too tired. Your boobs won't sit where they're sitting now.
Right, true.
Just
True.
You're
him
in your
out.
prime.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to call him after this. Sold.
Shaughna told me I've got to sleep with you. When are you free?
Words of wisdom. Shaughna, you all right, hun?
I'm good, thank you, Han.
Good. So you're a TOWIE superfan, aren't you?
I am absolutely a super fan.
What do you love about TOWIE?
Well, it's escapism on one hand, but in the other, they all feel like your mates and you can relate to it. You feel like you've probably had those kind of dramas in your own like friendship circle. And like we all love a bit of faces, didn't we? Or we used to, RIP.
Yeah, the club,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. So it just feels natural to watch, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
just, you can feel like you can have these conversations after you've watched it, like in your group chat, like, oh my God, did you see what happened? And yeah, I love it.
And have you watched it since it began?
Yeah.
So right through all those years?
Yeah, I've grown up with it.
Oh.
Yeah, I love it. And I feel like even though so many faces have changed, not just with cosmetic surgery either, like just the cast, you always go back to it, you still watch it. And I feel like it's not lost its spark.
Yeah.
And we're on how many series now?
We're 37,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Still sparkling at 37
still
series.
Sparkling.
It's crazy.
And have you got a favourite TOWIE cast member? You can choose someone that's from old or current cast.
It has to be the GC. It has to be the GC.
What do you love about GC?
What's up, you ill? Like, how many times can we say that?
That's everyone's favourite.
Yeah, honourable mention to Bobby Norris though, because I was watching some of his old scenes back on TikTok the other day. He is so funny. Everything he says is hilarious. So yeah, the GC and Bobby together.
Yeah, very
know where to go.
quick-witted.
Yeah.
They're a good little duo. Have you got any friends from the cast that you become friends with over the years, if you love the show?
I'm actually really close with Frankie Sims.
Oh, are you? Lovely
yeah,
Frankie.
our boyfriends are best friends.
Oh.
So yeah,
I never knew that.
Yeah, she comes to the babies' parties, and we're all a big family.
What you like on a night out, you two? Is it carnage?
Yeah, well the thing is, I very rarely let my hair down anymore. Obviously I've got 2 kids at home, and everyone thinks as long as you've got a babysitter for that night out, you're fine. You're not. You need a babysitter for the following day.
Yeah, the hangovers.
The hangover
2
with a
days.
child, 2
Yeah.
children, no less. Oh my God. But I think the boyfriend's a designated driver on Saturday, so I'm very much going to be letting my extensions down.
You lucked out there.
Yeah.
He's doing the driving. How is it managing with having 2 little ones? Because how old did you say they are?
3 and 6 months.
Oh, yeah, that's like...
It's
That's really
insane.
young.
A
Yeah,
lot,
it's insane.
yeah.
I was pregnant with Sophia when Lucia was 1, which just, I don't know what I was thinking, to be completely honest. However, I feel like when you just get it out of the way when they're together,
Yeah.
then at least when we're older, I've only got like 18 years of really hard times, and then when they're 18,
They can do what they want.
Yeah.
After
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You're
Can
free
Can I just
again.
tell you, as mum to a 16-year-old, that 18 years goes quite slowly. And does Frankie hang out with you and the kids?
Yes, and I'm really, really trying to push her into like having a child very soon.
Aw.
She's got a little dashhound, honourable mention to Timmy. So
Oh, Timmy's cute.
Timmy's very cute, and I feel like when you have a dog, they kind of don't go out of the baby age, like stage. So you might as well have a kid. You might as well.
Yeah.
They're nightmares, dogs.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they
Oh,
are
my dogs are the
work.
worst.
There's
Yeah.
such a responsibility.
Yeah, so I'm really trying to get her to join the mum group.
And do you keep in touch with anyone from Love Island?
I talk to Demi probably the most. She's my little ray of sunshine. But like my closest friend when I was in there was Paige, and she's in Scotland, another country. I've not watched it back in a very long time, but I feel like that was a whole other person. I was 25. I was childless. Like I thought everything was so difficult and like drama queen. And I'd like to go back just for a break, to be honest.
It's mad, isn't it, when you think of what's happened since then, since 2020, how your life has massively changed.
Massively changed. And do you know what? I sometimes think, like, if I didn't go on that show, would I have my children now? I don't know. I'd be working, like, in an office. Like, I'd have to probably put them in in nurseries and things like that. And I'm just so grateful that I went on the show and I can actually be with them every day. Like, it's the best thing in the world. So, yeah, who would have thought when I was on there that I'd be grateful for not having maternity leave?
And you said you'd go back in a heartbeat, would you? Is that just to get away from the kids and have a break?
Yeah, just for a break. Like, don't
No responsibilities.
Yeah, the boyfriend ain't got to worry, but yeah, just for a break. I'd happily go back just as the cleaner. Like, I'd do it anyway.
Cleaning the villa?
Yeah, just let me go there and be the cleaner. I'd happily.
Well, this place could do with a dust. Why don't you start here?
You'll catch me here. Yeah, you'll catch me in the bush.
Friendships and loyalties were really put to the test this week, weren't they, on TOWIE?
Yeah.
As we know. So we saw Harry deciding to believe Elma when she said she hadn't been gossiping about him. It was quite a big deal.
Yeah.
Saffron made the decision to move on from claims that Freddie had been bitching about her behind his back. She said she was fine with it.
Yeah.
Let's watch a clip.
I can assure you now that the things that Ella's saying that is accusing me of saying about you is 100% not true. Me and you have never even had cross words for me to say such disgusting things about you behind your back, Sam.
It's very difficult for me, Fred. It's your word against hers. I'm never going to know the truth.
No, I know.
But through what I do stand on is I wouldn't have you around my dinner table with my family. I wouldn't have you in my house if I didn't think a lot of you. So I'm choosing to draw a line under this because of the sake of our friendship. I'm not going to sit here and go, Ella's this, Ella's that, and I don't believe her in that because, Fred, I'd look stupid to do that. As well as saying, I know you're telling the truth because I'd like to think you're telling the truth.
I promise you I am, I promise you.
So, this begs the question, ladies. Should we always believe our best friend if they've said to you that they haven't done something?
It depends.
I think personally, I know if someone said to me, oh, so-and-so, your best friend, said this about you, I would just know that they hadn't. And if they did, they wouldn't be my best friend. You don't just believe them blindly. You've got to ask.
Yeah. You'd have to ask the question. But then I also think, like, if you've heard that your best friend said something about you, it depends, like, when it was said. Because if it was said prior to you being best friends with them, I suppose you could probably let that go. If it was said whilst you're still being best mates with them, it'd be like, well, you don't even like me anyway then.
Yeah.
So it depends when it was said, I feel like.
And do you think if you confronted a friend, you could just tell, because you know someone
Yeah,
that well,
you should be able to tell by looking
you'd
at
know
them.
if they're lying.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And I've said this to you as well, like, if, let's just say for Freddie and Ella, if one's saying one thing and one's saying the other, you've got to think, who has a reason to lie? And that should
true.
give you your answer,
Yeah. But people sometimes do say things as well in the heat of the moment. Do you think sometimes that happens, then they regret it, so they just think, I don't actually feel like that now, but I need to get myself out of this.
I think you're always best to just say, do you know what, I've effed up and I did say it and I'm really, really sorry. That was a really dog move.
Yeah, own it.
I hope you can
I
forgive
think it's
me.
better, to do that. But like, you know what, I said it, I regret it and I'm sorry, rather than denying it. I would rather just be honest.
And going off to Tenerife. I've got to say,
Retreat.
I've got to say in the episode, they made it sound like he was going off to war, bless him.
But so did I. I thought he's going to some sort of like, monastery or
Hebrides.
something.
No, but then the boys are talking about it and they're all like Tenerife and they're like laughing
He's gone
about
on
it and
holiday.
making it like so unserious.
He went on holiday.
Thinking, what's going on here? There's something going on here that I don't know about.
To be fair, he was being deadly serious, but that part made me laugh.
Oh, yeah, it got me.
But then maybe that's his spiritual home,
He loves Tenerife.
Yeah.
He does.
He loves
honestly, that's his
Tenerife.
happy place. He always goes to Tenerife when times
Well,
are
there
getting
you
tough.
go.
Yeah.
If that's
we all
where
need
he
that.
goes to heal himself on the reef.
It works. He's better.
Yeah. Freddie spotted in Lineker's bar.
So, Dani, you've really supported Freddie, haven't you? Now, this has got you in trouble with a lot of other people, really,
Yeah.
isn't it? Has it always been worth it to support him in this way?
To be honest, yeah, because where I was so like strongly agreed with his side and I thought he was in the right, I didn't mind being like a ride or die friend for him. If I thought he was in the wrong, I would not be standing there screaming and shouting for him. I wouldn't. I'd be like, Fred, this is on you. You've got yourself in this situation. But where I genuinely felt like he didn't do that much wrong, I didn't mind arguing for a few people for him, to be fair. So I don't regret it. I'm glad I've done it and I'd do it again.
Yeah, you feel like that's how strongly you feel about him as a friend.
Yeah, I was passionate about the situation that happened.
Yeah.
So it felt like it was just natural for me to have his back in situations. It was.
And what did you think about Freddie's decision to leave Essex?
I thought it was, at the time, I kind of was like, Freddie, come on, like, it's not that serious, just stay. But then seeing how he is now, I'm like, okay, it was worth it. Like, you taking a step back and seeing how much of a better headspace you're in now, it was, I understand why he done that. I completely do.
How long did he go for?
He was gone for, well, he left. It went
7 night all inclusive.
How long did he go to Tenerife for? He was gone for a few weeks and he didn't come back to filming even once he come back from Tenerife. He stayed away from filming. So it was a while.
Oh, yeah.
And he wasn't really mingling with anyone other than me. So he just needed that big break away from the drama. I think he was just very overwhelmed with everything. It was a lot to take in. And now I feel like he's calmed down, like he's okay.
Yeah, sometimes you need to take yourself out of a situation.
You need to.
I've done it before, haven't you? And
Yeah.
you can go back then, you've got a fresh start,
Yeah,
fresh eyes.
100%.
Yeah.
I get it. How has it been since he's left the show? Because obviously
Quiet.
it was quite dramatic. So have you heard from him?
No, I still speak to Freddie. So like,
Yeah.
even though he took a step back from the show, I was still in contact with him every day. Like, he wasn't himself at that time, so I feel like that's when he needed me the most. So yeah, I spend a lot of time with him, but he's like back to old Freddie. Tenerife brought him back.
Freddie, I feel like it's not the message, it's the delivery.
100%.
And on that
I know what you mean.
coach, he was like a little Catherine wheel,
Screaming.
just going off. Anyone can get it.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was wrong.
No, yeah.
It was the delivery.
1000%.
Yeah.
And he knows that as well. He even goes like, oh my God, that coach. I
It
was
was like-
screaming at everyone.
He literally just couldn't control his temper
No.
at all, could he?
Yeah.
It's like it was boiling, it
Yeah.
just came out.
No, but I loved it.
But listen, it was
did
cinema.
love it.
Hang it
Yeah.
in the Louvre. Like, that was iconic.
Yeah. I was sat there watching it all unravel like, wow, this is something.
This is great.
We were just like,
Really
what the
something.
hell is going on?
We had already all had arguments and stuff. There was already tensions. Then we're all getting on a coach together. We can't even get off because it's moving. It was bound to happen. We could hear whispers. I could hear my name. I snapped my neck. Like, there was so much going on. It was only going to go one way, and that was it kicking off. And it did definitely do that.
In a very confined space.
Yeah,
Yes.
the only one that didn't get it was the driver. He was like,
Yeah.
you can, like, just
Can you
don't turn
imagine what he
around.
was thinking when he's got all this going on behind him?
Oh, I would have crashed.
He wanted to retire. I can imagine, bless him.
Oh, bless him. So how are things with him and Ella now?
I think they're at a civil place now. Obviously, they were screaming and shouting at each other in Vietnam quite a lot. But since then, I do feel like time's a healer. And I think they've been around each other in like civil situations and there's been no screaming and shouting. So that's a start. And I feel like, are they going to be best friends again? Probably not. Not to the extent that they were previously. But I feel like it will get better with time, I do. They'd both deny that now, but I feel like they could.
Yeah.
Might be a bit like frosty, but they can be in the same room together, which is a start, because it got to a point where they couldn't. But I've got faith that it will like get a bit more friendly.
Yeah, I've got a good feeling too.
So like for now, the air's clear between them. They've had like civil conversations. They don't want any bad blood, so I feel like that's a start.
Yeah, so baby steps and we'll get there.
Yeah, baby steps.
Have you had your loyalties tested by a friend before?
Ooh.
Been in a situation like that where you go, do I trust this person?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I've questioned a lot of friends, like, especially being on TOWIE as well, because I feel like so many people say so many different things, you don't know what to believe. So I feel like there's so many times I get like over paranoid of friends and I'm like, can I really trust them? And then I've like got anxiety about all the things I've said in front of them.
Yeah.
But I feel like with friendships, time will tell. So you'll end up finding out if they're a real friend or not. So I just trust the universe.
Yeah.
Well, do you know you should trust your mum, because your mum.
True.
My mum has never been wrong about
About
a
a friend.
single friend in my life.
It's true, actually. They always have a gut feeling, don't they? And especially
Yeah.
with like dating and men and that, they go, oh, I wasn't sure about him.
100%.
And they're always right.
And even if it takes 5-10 years for it to then come about, like they still was right
They
from
still
day
knew,
dot.
yeah.
So what was it actually like with Ella, Freddie, then you had the whole Saffron and Freddie? What was it like when you were in Vietnam, when all this was kicking off?
It was wild at the time. Like, I don't think people realise how much chaos actually happened. Like, every single day, there's a new problem, there's a new argument. Like, you got to think we're away. So, like, there's arguments left, right and centre, and you can't escape it. Like, you can hear people screaming and you turn around and you're like, what now? There's nothing left to argue about. It was constant, to say the least. Yeah.
I need to know what phone plan Elma's on, because the amount of phone calls that she's been accused of making in Vietnam.
She does love it. She loves the phone call and gossip, but we all do. And that's the problem, because even the ones that weren't in Vietnam, we're calling them and filling them in the drama. So it's like it never diffuses. It's literally just getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, and obviously that's why when everybody went back to Essex, it just carried on.
Carried on. But it's like, it's a lot. It's like now when you watch back, you can kind of laugh about it and you're like, okay, I survived that, hilarious. But at the time, it's a lot to process, and you just think, how are we still arguing about these things? Like, it is draining, but yeah, it's funny. It's funny as well.
The people that are in the hotel just on holiday, are they just watching? Because I can't imagine, I would feel so awkward as a person.
Bless them. I do feel really sorry for them. When they see us walking through the doors, I don't think they realise what's about to happen, because the arguments are so loud. They are literally in front of everyone. So like bystanders are like, what is going on? Like, I've booked a relaxing holiday.
No, that's my dream.
Yeah, it literally is like real life reality show. They're sitting and watching, like everyone screaming and shouting at each other. I do feel sorry for them, because they probably have got no idea what they're about to get themselves into when booking that hotel.
Oh, especially if you're going away for like a romantic getaway.
Your honeymoon.
I know. And even like the receptionists, they're probably like, where do these people come from? Like, they're feral. What's going on? Running around the hotel screaming at each other. It is funny. It's bad, but it's funny.
Well, when I was watching it, and I think it was Livy said, I've just been hiding in my hotel room, and I thought, oh, that's sad. Why?
Yeah, I know.
But you saying that we're all just fighting and arguing, I get it.
She did, to be fair, because I think, like, she had, obviously, that I argued with her on night one, and then I think she found that overwhelming, so just kept herself to herself in her room, and I don't blame her, because it is overwhelming when you're in the thick of it. But
it's like walking into a war zone, isn't it?
Yeah, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm used to it. Like, I wouldn't shut myself in the room. I just kind of end up sitting there and just watching everyone round. I'm just like, this is what I signed up for, I suppose.
And I really feel like I'm in like an elite group, when there's now like people, there's a language barrier basically.
Yes.
Where like Jekyll and Snow. And I'm like, I love that I just know what this means.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe there's people out there that don't have a clue.
I know.
These insults.
I was so surprised. Like, I just thought, does everyone from Essex not know what Jekyll means?
Like the
surely
Essex
they do.
slang, yeah.
But everyone was in the comments like, what does Jekyll mean? And I thought, what?
Wow,
Do you live
what
under
time
a
to be
rock?
alive, yeah.
To be fair, I actually learnt that from Gemma, growing up, Gemma Collins.
Yeah.
She said Jekyll, and I thought, you know what? I love that word.
That's a great one.
It's the great
I love
one.
that word.
So for anyone who doesn't know exactly what Jekyll is, because I know, what is it?
It's like Jekyll and Hyde snide.
So it's when you've got fake clothes on.
Yeah,
fake
well,
designer
if you
brands,
call
or
someone a
or
Jekyll,
you're a fake.
It's like they're fake, but then if you say like, you wear Jekyll,
Yeah.
it's just like,
You've gone to
wearing
Dagenham
fake.
Market, you've got a Chanel bath
and there's
mat.
nothing wrong with that, by the
It's
way.
a Jekyll.
Yeah, you got a Jekyll bath mat.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's a bath mat, so
Like LV pillowcases, like Jekyll.
come on.
Everyone loves a bit of Jekyll.
It's character building.
No shade. Everyone's owns something Jekyll. Like,
Listen,
it
you
is what
think
it
I'm spending
is.
£900 on a Hermes frame for my daughter's bedroom?
Don't forget, you can listen to You All Right Hun every Thursday wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube, and you can also stream on ITVX. So our TOWIE cast members never shy away from a different opinion. So we've all remember Livy's mermaid story, don't we? And then only this week we saw Dani, Ella and Jodie debate about whether fairies are real, which I thought was really sweet. What's something you're convinced of?
I'm starting to be a little bit suspicious about the old moon landing.
Yeah.
Oh, are you? What, you think it's a Jekyll?
I think it's a bit of a Jekyll, yeah. Only because, did it happen in the 60s? I feel like it was around the 60s-ish.
Around then.
So you're telling me that they landed on the moon and then we just decided not to go back for like 80...
Well, they've tried.
60 years.
They have tried.
Oh, they've tried.
Yeah, but I don't buy it either. What, you don't think that that's ever happened?
Well, I just
I
think
don't.
you got there in 1960s when we were still watching black and white.
So
and
what's
stuff.
taking you so long?
We've got the magnet. And it was
We've got the magnet.
It was only when they just decided to go back and do a little UE round it that I'm like, come on.
So you don't believe that was real?
Don't quote me, but like, do you know, like, was the flag moving?
Yeah,
There's no
my
gravity.
God. And they said there's no wind up there. So,
Yeah.
how is the flag moving? It doesn't make sense.
And like, of course, the Americans wanted to be the first. Of course. So I just feel like Yeah, all right.
Would you go
hon.
to the moon if you had the chance?
I can barely get to Marbella on a plane.
Yeah, no.
I absolutely hate flying. I don't understand, and I know this is very close-minded of me, but why go to space when we're perfectly okay on the ground?
Well, you can't even breathe.
Like, we're okay.
Yeah.
We don't need, like, we have no business.
But they do it for research, don't they? Because they want to
Well,
just find out how the planets and everything.
Well, and this is the other thing. Since that, was it the Orion went around it and whatnot, I've now all of a sudden become a bit of a space enthusiast. And I keep trying to clock the International Space Station. I've got the app on my phone that tells me when it's going past London, but it's like 3 o'clock.
mean?
There's, oh my God, hun.
I've never heard of this. There's an app about space.
Oh, right, no. So, right, basically, there's an International Space Station up there.
Yeah.
And there's like people on it. There's like 6 or 7 astronauts just constantly on
What,
it.
up there?
Up there now, right now.
Oh.
Yeah,
so
right
that
now.
people have really actually been to space. I didn't even believe that was a thing anyway. I thought, no way. I thought that there's no way people have actually been to space. I didn't believe that, me personally.
Well, there's people up there as we speak. They're like,
Bloody hell.
yeah. And I've got an app which tells me when it's going past London, but it's at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
So you
I
get
keep
up?
missing it. No, I keep missing it.
Oh, do you need to set an alarm
you need
then?
to set an alarm.
Well, I've got two alarms.
I feel like it's bizarre when people think we're the only creatures on this earth and on this planet. I think there's so many planets. Of course, there's like living things out there.
Have you had any sightings or any unusual activity?
I actually haven't, but I do strongly believe that aliens are real. 100%.
And what do you think they look like? What's your classic alien look?
I don't think it looks the way everyone thinks with like the green space radar head. I don't actually think that. I don't think that at all. I don't know, but I just feel like there's no way that there's not other living things. There's so many different planets. Like, of course, there's going to be like other living beings. Like, I wonder what they do look like. Maybe they look like us. You don't know.
Do you think they're amongst us?
Can you imagine them
Probably.
seeing what happened on the coach with you lot?
Yeah.
Maybe the bus
Mortified.
driver
They'd
was
be
an alien.
like, yeah, get that fire exit door. I'm off.
Mortified.
Well, we don't need to infiltrate this lot. They're fucked.
So, what do I think? I do actually think aliens exist. I do.
100%.
I think it's got to be. There's been too many weird sightings. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I do believe that. But the moon thing, I do think, wasn't Jekyll.
You don't think
It was legit.
Not the Jekyll moon landing.
no. Well, Dani did say earlier she does believe that the Earth's flat.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I can't even really remember why, but I was on social media and I watched the clip and they explained it really well. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go
They've
with
got
that
your
now.
vote.
Yeah. I'm going to say that from now on, yeah.
Well, that's good because you don't have to go to space, do you?
Nah, no chance. No chance.
Don't forget to follow TOWIE on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and Snapchat for more You're Right Hun content. So it's the feud that got us all talking. I'm not talking about Ella and Freddie this time. I am talking about the Beckhams. So you may remember Brooklyn claimed that his mum and dad controlled the narrative around brand Beckham. There was a whole hoo-ha that he put something out on social media about his mum dancing inappropriately, allegedly at his wedding. So Victoria has finally spoken out on a podcast. So I'm going to read it to you because have you heard it yet? No, right. This is Victoria. I've always wanted to be the best mum I could be and look after the kids, but I also feel that it's been part of my job to really help them fulfil their full potential and for them to recognise what their sense of purpose is. Anything that I could do to support, to encourage and to help, that's my job as his mum. It's never about being pushy or forcing, it's being there to support. Zigga zigga. Had to do the
That was
push.
great.
Right, so what do we take on this? Team Brooklyn, Team Beckham, what's your take?
I would say Team Brooklyn, and I'm probably the only person that ever says this, but I just feel like to cut off your blood, your mother, your father, the people that raised you, your siblings, something really bad must be going on in that household. I do think that because I put myself in that position. I think, would I just cut off my family for no reason? No, like it doesn't make sense to me. I can't, it don't make no sense to me at all.
So do you feel like there's possibly something more that isn't being said that's gone on?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like you don't leave your family for no reason. Do you know what I mean? There must be a reason behind it. But I don't really follow it. I don't follow the ins and outs of it, but I just feel like you don't cut off your loved ones for no reason. There must have been some dodgy stuff going on, controlling vibes.
I want to know, first of all, what song did she allegedly grind on him to?
Yeah.
That gives us
Important
context.
bit of information,
Yeah. Because like two become one, she's not going to be grinding to him on that. But also, you never go against your family. Well, no, there's a grey area. Obviously, your family ain't loyal blindly. However, they've probably given him everything he's ever wanted in life.
Yeah.
And maybe there was a little bit of a hoo-ha between Nicola's family and he's chose them, which again, I don't think you should ever do. But to air it out, like, I feel like they do care about Brown Beckham, rightly so. What I would have given to be a fly on the wall or a ring doorbell in their front room when that happened.
I reckon she was just really upset.
Oh, you'd be so hurt.
Yeah, it's her firstborn.
That is,
Like, you're a mum, you know.
Yeah.
How would you feel when your kids are older, if one of your kids did that? You'd feel terrible, wouldn't you? I'd be so heartbroken.
I would be heartbroken. And yeah, you just have to hope that you do enough. But that's probably where it stings the most. They probably think we've given you everything. We've given you absolutely everything.
Like I said, I don't know enough about it, but I just feel like it's such a big thing. More must have happened. I do.
Yeah, it's a hard world for them to grow up in, the Beckham kids, isn't it? There's a lot of pressure there.
Yeah, of course, they're such a big name and there's probably so many standards that they're like expected to meet, especially as kids as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, they do give me like pushy parent vibes.
But then, like Vicky B has stated here
Yeah.
that she's more supporting, not forcing.
From a good place.
Yeah, which to be honest, I've got a 16-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
I do to help her and encourage her and support her. And, you know, I never set out for her to do like singing, dancing, acting.
Yeah,
but she loves it, so I take her to classes.
You support that.
So she's probably only done what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? It's just on a much bigger platform.
If there's one person my heart doesn't bleed for, it's Brookie B.
Brookie B.
There's growing up in a hard life, and there's growing up as a Beckham.
Yeah.
And listen, I get the pressure, social media, all of that, and like there was kidnap attempts on his life and stuff like that. I get it. But come on, like let's put our big boy pants on.
Still had a lovely life.
You've had a lovely life.
Yeah,
haven't
a
you?
privileged life.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
being very aware of what would happen if you speak publicly like that. Because growing up, knowing the media intrusion and just basically throwing it out there and just going, right, you can all read it
big thing
now.
to do, yeah.
Like, I can't imagine growing up as a millionaire and then marrying a billionaire.
Yeah, what a hard life.
Must be fucking a nightmare.
What do you think of his cooking skills?
I've heard about this, but I've not actually seen it.
They're
But
better than his
apparently it's awful.
photography skills.
Apparently it's awful.
You have got to watch it.
Like, you don't need a recipe on a toastie, that's wild.
Oh, he does a cheese toast and puts truffle on it.
Yeah, I think that's a bit
Grow up.
From the Beckhams to our block list, what's something that irritates you? It could be something very small that you find really irritating. Dani?
Mine is when you go to get off a train, them doors open, and before you get the chance to step off, everyone's like coming tumbling in. That's irritating. I feel like that's just rude. They should move to the side, let you off first before coming storming in. So yeah, that's mine.
How do you deal with that in that situation? What do you do? What's your tactic?
I just pushed.
Wait, do you get on the
I
train?
just push. Yeah, well, not so much now, but I've only just passed my driving. So prior to me getting my driver's licence, it was very much train life.
Yeah, I get that.
Now I try to avoid because of that reason.
Yeah.
What about you, Shaughna? What's irritating you?
Getting in the car and seeing the petrol light on,
Yeah.
because I'm going to need to
Irritating.
remortgage my home at this rate.
Yeah.
Oh my Christ, I swear it's gone up 40 quid.
Yeah, it
is
has gone through the
expensive.
roof.
I see the light and I'm like, do you know what, I can walk. What's 2 hours?
Do you know what else really annoys me on tubes as well? When you go on the tube or any train, is people with rucksacks. When they've got them on their
Yeah,
back and
oh
they're
my
not
God,
aware of it, they're not
knock you.
rucksack aware.
Yeah.
And they
Rucksack aware.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like take it off and hold it if you're getting on the train because it's barging everyone out the way.
I know, and they turn around and knock you flying.
Yeah, rude.
I don't like that. I don't like rucksacks.
Actually, on the subject of trains, on the way here, and this has happened to me a few times now, you get on the train, your internet's not working, it goes, join our Wi-Fi. And I'm like, oh, all right, South Eastern, I'll join your Wi-Fi. Don't work. So
Yeah.
why are you offering me up if you're not going to work?
They never
Yeah.
work.
You
When
don't-
it's
you
always
don't
just
ever work.
searching,
Yeah.
that little searching
Yeah,
thing.
you
you're like,
never
please.
work. So
Yeah.
let's just not be there.
And it's worse, if anything.
It's actually
than the
worse.
5G.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a lot worse.
And I find that quite a lot in airport lounges as well, don't
Yeah.
you? Or airport
Yeah.
concourse, you just can't get your phone to work at all, can
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, no point in having it.
So on this week's TOWIE, we saw Elma changing her phone number. So I want to know what your phones say about you. It's time to spill your screens. Get your
God.
phones out,
Oh,
ladies.
Oh, God.
Yours is going to be way more exciting than mine.
Mine's actually quite boring, you know that.
Well,
My
we'll
phone's
find out in a
dry.
minute. Hang on a minute, you're a cougar. It ain't going to be boring.
Loads of young boys on my phone.
Dani, who was the last TOWIE cast member to text you?
It was Jonnie.
Oh, was it? Okay. What did he
Okay,
say?
what did he
It
say?
was, you're a cougar, joking. No, it was just a FaceTime call, actually.
Oh, how long
Yeah.
was this FaceTime call?
It was only for 2 minutes, in all fairness.
What time? What time was
But
it?
that was about 2 hours ago.
Oh. So
yeah,
before you got here?
before I got here,
Just checking in to see.
checking in, where am I, what am I up to?
That was a FaceTime. What about
What
your
was my last text?
Who messaged you?
Jonnie.
And he said what?
Yeah, so that's the only person that I've actually spoke to out of the cast today is Jonnie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just mainly missed calls, him saying, give me a second, I've just got out the shower, me saying, hurry up, you know, small talk.
Okay.
Nothing interested in there.
Getting out of the shower was
Just
quite
got out the
interesting.
shower and followed by a FaceTime. I didn't say nothing.
Exactly. Exactly. What was your last text message that you had?
Oh, so boring. My boyfriend saying, have fun.
Oh, that's nice. We like that.
Me and my manager, we're both on the Arsenal waiting list for a season ticket.
Oh, exciting.
So just discussing how we're going to share it out.
Yeah.
not
Any?
fun.
Have you got any text messages from any Love Island cast members?
It was my birthday a few weeks ago, so yeah, Demi messaging me saying happy birthday. But no, other than that, it's literally like, what should I get on the Ocado today? And
ChatGPT.
very boring, yeah.
Right, Dani, how many TOWIE group chats are you in? What are they called?
I've got so many. So like I've got one called Vietnam from when we went away. There's one with a lot of the girls and it's just like the initials of our first name. Then there's one called the Shit Stirrers.
What does it sound like when you've got that, when you put all the initials together?
Or like, I don't even think it's a word. It's like D, S, F, C, E, like muddled up. Then there's one called the Shit Stirrers. I've got a few. There's loads.
Who's in the Shit Stirrers?
Me, Courtney, Elma, Saffron and Freddie. Yeah.
Are any of them muted?
To be fair, no, I don't actually have them muted. I like keeping up to date.
That's good.
Because if there's any drama, it goes straight in the group chat and then we can all keep up to date with it.
Okay, this one's to both of you. What was the last thing you searched on your phone? If you're looking for something on your phone.
Oh God, what's mine's going to be something weird.
How to spell preposterous?
Is that what you
To be
asked,
fair, that's
did you?
valid. How are you going to spell that?
Why did you need to know?
Because I put it in my but like one of my captions on Instagram, and
Right.
I tried to stand it out. I'm a very good speller, but preposterous had me.
That's a hard
Mine
one.
is so boring. Mine's like BBC weather. I'm Googling myself. I'm Googling TOWIE.
Yeah, I like that.
No,
You're
I swear to
Googling
God,
yourself?
I'm Googling myself.
What came up when you Googled yourself?
Just a load of articles of being like slagging off my ex. And then there was like every tracking. Like, these are so boring.
How often do you Google yourself?
Probably like every other day. You got to keep an eye on things.
you?
Yeah, I like keeping an eye on things. I do.
Do you read Daily Mail comments?
No, never.
God,
I did
I was
when
gonna
I
section
first
you.
started doing TV.
Never.
Traumatised very quickly.
Yeah,
and
they're
never
always
done it
really
again.
bad. Do you ever Google yourself, Shaughna?
No.
Do you not?
Never.
No, I've got to
No.
look.
Right, aside from TOWIE and Love Island castmates, who's the most famous person that you got in your phone book?
I've got Colleen Nolan.
Have you?
Yeah.
How come?
Because we done the real Full Monty on Ice together.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that might be. Colleen Nolan's up there. I think that's pretty hard to
That
top. I'm
is.
going to be honest.
Oh my God, that's impressive.
Yeah, I think other than that,
I don't have many.
Is there anyone, you got anyone in there?
John from Jedward. That's probably the most famous person I've got on my phone.
That's up there,
that is up
definitely.
there. But yeah, that's my probably most famous person in my phone.
Have you got any footballers in there?
No.
you have.
No.
You must have.
I actually
You
don't
must
like
get hit on all the
footballers.
time.
I don't like footballers.
You
It's
got
not
any
my
rappers?
taste. No.
Got any rappers?
You've got at least one footballer or a rapper.
No, I've got no rappers, no footballers' numbers. It's not for me.
Right, last person to slip into your DMs.
Last person to be in the DMs.
Yeah.
So is this requests or is this general?
Mine's probably like mamas and papas or someone.
Who's mine?
I'm just not cool anymore. I don't know if I ever will.
Yeah, but this is
I don't
making
know
me
if I ever
realise how
was.
boring I am. Last person to DM me is Freddie, asking me for a caption for his picture. I don't know why you DM me that.
That's not that exciting. We need something a bit more juicy.
Oh.
Oh, go on. What's the O?
No, it wasn't that. It was him saying, I got the wrong end of the stick. It was
Oh.
him sending me someone's picture and saying, look at the caption.
Oh, and who was it? What picture was it? Was it,
was
one
a
of our
cast member, I'm not going to lie.
Can we see?
Quick.
I've only just seen it.
What? Freddie sent you and said, look at the caption I used on this.
Yeah. He actually did look. This literally an hour ago. That's my most recent
Can
DM.
I have a look?
I think he needs to go back to Tenerife.
I
You can't show.
I don't think he's healed.
He sent me that and went, look at the caption. Literally.
Can you give us a backstory to that without making anything obvious?
So the caption's quite diggy and it's from like
It's
a
quite
cast
diggy.
member.
wait, let me
Can
see
you give us a
again.
little bit more information? What would be his reason to say that then?
Because the caption's a bit like, They're implying that they're gossiping and it's cast members, so naturally we're all going to be like, what are you gossiping about then?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to kill me for saying that.
Oh, I live for this. You know that.
But you see what I mean? Perfect example.
You
The drama
love
just
it,
don't
don't you?
stop.
Keep me young.
The drama don't stop, honestly.
It never stops. I'm actually quite surprised. It's just relentless.
Yeah. I can't believe I've only just seen that. I best reply. The caption that has got me and Freddie talking is, I'm not going to say who it's from, but the caption was, cute faces, dangerous information with a emoji. They're insinuating like they're sitting there talking about
Gossiping,
everyone, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, interesting.
So who's in the collab? Come on.
A few people.
Yeah.
A few people. 2 girls, 2 boys.
You can name names. You're in a safe space.
I'll let people figure it out for themselves. Everyone's going to be going on Instagram like,
Yeah.
looking for the caption.
Yeah.
They will be. What was the caption again?
Cute faces. It's so ChatGPT. Cute faces, dangerous information. That was the caption.
You know what you're looking
It's
for
giving
now.
ChatGPT.
It is.
It is. People in the comments are going, why are you starting to be nasty?
Oh.
Man, I'm going to send that back to Freddie.
Oh,
Let me
hang
do that
on.
now.
Are you going to voice note Freddie?
I'm going to send it to him.
I think you should voice note him. Just send him a little message back.
Yeah, let me ask
Does
him.
anyone in the cast have like Finsters?
Is that like a fake Instagram account? Yeah, I do.
Love that.
I do. I'll be so honest, I do.
Right, send Freddie a message now.
Freds, what do you think they're talking about? It's giving like bitchy vibes. And have you seen the comments?
Oh, wow. Put your phones down, ladies. It's nearly the end of the show. To end the show, it's time for our Don't Get Me Wrong quiz. Each week, the stars of TOWIE will attempt to answer as many general knowledge questions as they can in 60 seconds. And at the end of the series, we'll find out who will be crowned our Essex Einstein. Dani, are you ready?
Quite nervous, actually.
It's a lot of pressure, this,
Yeah,
isn't
it is. And we've got 60 seconds as well.
60
so
seconds.
The pressure's on.
Right, so we have got this 60 seconds. Hopefully we're going to hear back from Freddie with, just after the 60 seconds. So the time starts now. Which UK city is known as the capital of Scotland?
What? Glasgow.
You're wrong, it's Edinburgh. Spell Vietnamese.
VEITNM. Oh, no.
You're
I
wrong.
don't know.
You're wrong. I can't take that
Oh my
answer.
God,
It's
that's stressful.
VIETNAMESE. What does DM stand for?
Direct message.
Correct. Name Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's children.
Harry.
You're wrong. Archie and Lilibet. How many continents are there in the world?
I was going to say 30.
7. What did TOWIE legend Bobby Norris eat in abundance to become more tanned?
I should know this. Carrots.
Correct,
Oranges.
carrots.
Okay.
I love how you're helping Shaughna. What are Ant and Dec's surnames?
No idea. How do you know all this?
Your time's up.
Got
You
no
didn't
life.
get right. It's McPartland
do
and
you know
Donnelly.
this?
I can't believe I didn't know
I
the
knew the direct
capital
message
of
one.
Scotland.
Yeah. You got 2 right.
I got 2 right.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
that's
not that bad. No.
No.
And it's hard to think on the spot with the pressure of the clock and everything else.
Yeah, I think that's what done me. The
Yeah.
timing. If I had a bit
30
longer, I'd figure it
continents
out.
though, that's up there.
Yeah.
I
it's
didn't realise
extreme.
there was only like 6, 7.
6, 7.
Oh, God.
Have we got a response from
Shall I
Freddie?
check?
Let's have a look.
No.
Not yet.
Not
okay.
yet. Not yet.
Okay.
He's not
Hopefully
ready.
we will get one.
It says sent 4 minutes ago. He's not replied yet.
Right. Well, call me after to let me know what he says, all right?
I'll keep you updated.
That's all for today from You All Right, Hun? But join us next week when I'll be joined by more of your TOWIE favourites. And don't forget you can listen to You All Right, Hun? Every Thursday, wherever you get your podcasts. And you can also watch on YouTube or ITVX. We'll see you next week.